Hello and welcome to this chair yoga class. Please find a sturdy chair and we will get started. Sit up nice and tall, ears over shoulders over hips, legs parallel, feet parallel, hands on your lap, turning down if you want to be more grounded, turning up if you want more energy. Closing your eyes or looking downcast, take a few slow breaths. We're going to do counting of the breath today. So I'm going to count, and we'll start with a 3-count inhale and a 3-count exhale. Inhale, 1, 2, 3. Sorry. Exhale, 2, 3. Do that again. Inhale, 2, 3. Exhale, 2, 3. Now that might have felt perfect for you. It might have felt too short or too long. If you were out of breath, go back to a 2-count. If you felt like you needed more breath, which I certainly did, we'll work up to a 4-count. So let's try that. Or not, you choose. Inhale, 2, 3, 4. Exhale, 2, 3, 4. Inhale, 2, 3, 4. Exhale, 2, 3, 4. Notice how that one feels. We'll do one more if you want to move up. Again, you don't have to. But if that wasn't enough, you can do a 5-count. So what we're looking for is an even in and out count, which balances the nervous system. So those who want to try a 5-count, inhale, 2, 3, 4, 5. Exhale, 2, 3, 4, 5. Inhale, 2, 3, 4, 5. Exhale, 2, 3, 4, 5. Let that go. Pick a count that works for you, and we'll do for 1 minute an even count. And if 5 wasn't enough, you can do 6 or 7 or 8, whatever you want. Here we go, 1 minute. Let the practice go. Notice what's happening in your body, breath, and mind now. Let's add some arms. We'll do some sun shining breaths. And again, you can use your same count, so you don't have to follow me. You're inhaling on the way up and exhaling on the way down. And rest at your heart. Sit up very tall, shoulders down, hands on your lap. Let the chin come to your chest. And reach up towards the sky. And back to center, shoulders down, spine tall. Let's look over one shoulder. And back the other way. And back to center. And ear to shoulder. And ear to shoulder the other way. And one more time, ear to shoulder. And ear to shoulder. Come back up. One more time, we're going to be ear to shoulder. Notice which way your head is facing. Reach your other arm up and over. Touch your ear. And deepen the stretch slightly. Come on back up. Turning in the same direction. And then touching your chin to your shoulder. Bringing that hand up and over. Touch the back of your head. And increase the stretch. Release, come back to center. Take a breath, do the other side, ear to shoulder. Notice which way your head is going. That's the hand that comes up and over, touching your opposite ear. Inhale, back up. Turn and look over your shoulder and then tuck your chin towards your armpit. Then that free hand comes up and over, touching the back of your head, encouraging an extra stretch. And back to center. Squeeze the shoulders up and tip the head back. Open and close the jaw. Make the face long, then make the face wide. And move the jaw from side to side. And stretch the neck up, relax the shoulders down. Feel how wonderful that long neck feels and that nice tingly face. And then we're going to move the shoulders one at a time like we're bicycling. And let's take that into a swim, only we'll claw the air and then make a soft fist. So you wouldn't be spreading your fingers wide if you were really swimming, but we'll claw the air as if we're grabbing it and then soft fist as you pull your elbow back. So we're working our shoulders, elbows, wrists, and fingers. And then let's stop and do some back strokes. And that seems to help you sit up stronger and taller. Doesn't that feel wonderful? Oh my. I'm creaking like an old board. The more I do it, the less I creak. Hope that's the same for you. Last one. And come back and notice yourself sitting up tall, the breath deep, the body happy. Good. Let's come forward on our chair with our legs nice and wide. We'll do some cat and dog here. We're going to round the body, reaching the waist towards the back of the chair, shoulders over hip creases, chin comes forward. We're going to rock forward on the sitting bones, lower the shoulders, slide the shoulder blades down your back, reach your heart towards the sky, chin lifted, but don't throw your head all the way back. Take a breath, draw the belly in and rock back on your sitting bones. Reach your spine towards the back of the chair. Let your head come forward. Inhale, rock forward. Stretch up. Go as slow as you like to really notice each muscle, each vertebra. Enjoying that stretch. And inhale back to neutral. Notice how you feel. And toe heel, your feet back to center. Come to a spinal twist, bringing one hand across the legs, the other to the side or the back of your chair. Look over your shoulder to the back. Inhale back to center. Change sides. And back to center. Take a breath. We'll do a second set. Spine is tall as you twist, and you add to that, reaching your back arm out with the palm up. We'll scoop up that energy, head and eyes following the hand as we make a rainbow, bringing that hand around and coming into a nice rounded forward fold here. Inhale up, take your bottom hand out, stretch up tall, turn the other way. Stay here or reach your arm out with the palm up. Deep breath in, scooping that energy in a rainbow, following with your head and your eyes. And then coming into a forward fold. Inhale, roll yourself back up. Be nice and tall. Let's move on to our feet. I like to bring my hands under my legs. So you can just pick up your heels and pick up your toes on the floor. In that case, you don't need your hands under your thighs. Or if you like, you can point and flex this way. This gives you a little abdominal work as well. And if this is too much, you can do one leg at a time, either on the floor or in the air. And let's bring the feet back down so you can circle the ankles on the floor. Or once again, you can circle the ankles in the air. And another way. and down. And we'll just do some leg swings. And again, if swinging both legs is too much, just do one at a time. Make sure that your legs are parallel and hip width apart. I feel it in my knee if I'm not doing it correctly. So I have an automatic reminder. And that's why we want to do it correctly, so we don't feel it in the knees. By doing this with the legs parallel, we're strengthening the muscles that hold the kneecaps in place correctly, reducing wear and tear on our cartilage. One more. And take your hands out if you were doing that. Feel the energy in your legs. Okay, we're going to go into eagle pose. So sit up nice and tall. Let's just warm up the arms first. Let's inhale the arms out or up, whatever works for you. And then bring those arms back down and give yourself a hug. Remember which arm is on top. Inhale up. If up doesn't work, do out. Give yourself a hug the other way. Inhale the arms either out or up and give yourself a pat on the back. Pushing that arm back or pulling it back, whichever your flexibility allows. So the trick here is you're not poking out your rib cage. You want to draw the belly in and tuck your ribs. It's called girdling your core. You want to make sure you're girdling your core in this and not arcing your back. And then other side. So again, giving yourself a pat on the back and either pushing that arm back or pulling it back. Girdling the core, not arcing your back here. Good, so we've warmed up the arms. Let's warm up the legs. We're going to slide that leg in and out. And come back to center, pick up the other heel and slide the other leg in and out. Okay, good. Sit up nice and tall and cross our ankles. Let's all use the same leg because it gets confusing. So we're going to take use me as your mirror image. Take the left leg and squeeze the legs together. If that's too easy, cross your knees and squeeze your legs together like you're trying not to pee. If that's too easy, hook your toes around your ankle and squeeze your legs together nice and tight. Sit up nice and tall. Choose the leg variation, reach your arms out. The knee that's on top or in front, that elbow is going to come in first. You can either touch your shoulder, bring your hand like this. The other elbow is going to come in. Oh yeah, if you're touching, don't touch your shoulder. Bring your arm in like this. Bring the other arm inside, because now you're going to touch your shoulders, or back of the hands touch, or palms touch. Lift those elbows a little bit, shoulders down. Squeeze, squeeze, squeeze everything together. I'll explain on the other side what we're doing. Deep breaths. You ready? We're going to fly. And back to center. Feel how wonderful and open that side of your body feels. So what we're doing, let's cross ankles and squeeze the legs, is we're doing what's called the squeeze and soak method. If that's too easy, cross knees and squeeze. If that's too easy, hook your toes. This is my bad side, so I'm not sure I'm going to be able to do it on this side. That's so bad because I've already warmed up today. Okay, so we're squeezing everything together like stopping up a hose. And meanwhile, we're breathing deeply to get lots of oxygen into our bloodstream. Then when we release, all that blood that's been backed up pushes through our bodies, pushing out toxins and reinvigorating the cells with fresh oxygenated blood. Okay, so the arms out. Knee that's in top or in front, elbow comes in, other elbow comes inside. Either hug yourself hands back together or palms touch. Lift those elbows, shoulders down, squeeze everything together. Breathe, breathe, breathe. Are you ready? And we're going to fly. And notice how open and wonderful your body feels. All right, let's do some walking, picking up one leg and the other. We're going to add arms. So you want to do the opposite arm and leg. This is really important. When babies learn, it's called the cross crawl. When babies learn to crawl, they need to do it with the opposite arm and leg to develop their brains in a healthy way. But you're never too old. So if you're doing it with this puppet string instead of cross crawl, just stop, look at what you're doing, and reposition yourself. And then if you've got it, you can go a little faster if you like. And we'll slow it back down and come back to stillness. All right, we'll do some sit to stand. So again, you want to make sure your legs are parallel, hip width apart, knees right over your heels. Again, you can have your hands here or out in front. If you're not going to stand up, you're going to hold onto the chair, squeeze your buttocks muscles together, push into the heels, maybe come up 1/4 of an inch, engaging your legs that way. So we'll do 7 today. So you choose how you're going to do it. You can do the second half of the class in the chair or standing up. Deep breath in and 1. You want to move nice and slow so that you're moving through your muscles, not having gravity plop you back into your chair. It's 5. And 6. And 7. And we're up. Please come behind your chair and hold on if you need to. I'll stand next to my chair so you can see what I'm doing. And I love leg raises, calf raises, because they're so good for you. So you can pick up one heel and press it down, pick up the other heel and press it down. You can continue with that pattern, or if you feel more safe and balanced, find something in front of you that's not moving, come up onto your toes and come on back down. Again, same as we did with the sit to stands, move slowly so that you're using your muscles and it's not gravity and momentum that's making this work. So we're strengthening our calves. We're sending the blood back up to our heart. We're working on our balance. One more, and if you feel safe, hold on maybe with just one hand or one finger, or no hands at all. Or you could be flat-footed and maybe close your eyes for a second. And down, and shake it out. A little march. Okay, good. Let's do some cat and dog. So we're just going to find the seat. If you're super inflexible, you'll use the back of your chair. If you're more flexible, you'll bring your hands to the seat of your chair. Knees are slightly bent. Shoulders over wrists, hips over ankles. Lift the head and tailbone. Or you can be doing this in the chair. Remember earlier we did a wide-legged variation. So if you're still in the chair, just do that variation. Stretching out our spine. Remember, yogis measure age not by years, but by the flexibility of your spine. And then walk your way back up. And back to Tadasana. We'll go into our eagle pose. So you're either doing a second set sitting or you're doing it standing. You could be holding on to the chair with one or both hands. Let's bend the legs a little bit. So the first variation, we're going to take the left leg, step it out, stepping on the toes. The hips are back like you're in a chair. And you can just hang out here if you need to hold on to the chair. If you don't need to hold on to the chair, we'll bring one arm in, bring the other arm inside it. Either hug yourself, back of the hands touch, or palms cross and touch. So you may just be doing the leg variation, or you may choose to sit and do both, legs and arms. So this is a little balance variation, holding on to the chair. Next variation, see, this gives you a wide base for good balance. This is a little more challenging to the balance, bringing the knees together, squeezing those legs together. And you can do it with the legs straight, if that feels better to you. But the traditional classical way is with the knees bent and the hips back. And again, you're either just hanging out here, squeezing your legs together, or reaching those arms out, bringing the bottom arm in, the other arm inside it, palms cross and touch, or whatever variation you're doing. Deep breaths here as you squeeze everything together. Look through your arms if you've got your arms in eagle pose. This also works your peripheral vision. You can be behind your chair holding on with two arms, that's okay. And then holding on with one or two hands, let's fly. And I'm going to walk around to the other side of my chair, but you're behind your chair, holding on with two hands if you need to. Okay, let's just check it out for a second. And then come to stillness. Okay, we're going to bend our knees. Going to step the right foot out, pressing into the ball of the foot. So just giving ourselves a nice big base. And you can stay here, or if you don't need your arms, bringing one arm in, other arm inside, shoulders, back of hands, palms, elbows lift, shoulders down. Breathe nice and deep. Soft gaze through your arms. Release, holding onto the back of the chair with one or two arms. And fly. Check it out. Okay, I forgot to do the next version, so coming back into our fold. So you're either here, or legs are crossed, squeezing those legs together. And if you have to straighten your legs, go ahead, but the classic position, the knees are bent, the legs are squeezing together. And if you don't need the back of the chair to hold on, find your arm position. Breathe deeply. And release, holding onto the chair and taking a fly. And shaking it out. It's a lot of work. Feel your heart beating faster? We'll do one more standing pose. So I'm going to turn my chair around, but you don't have to. It's just, I'll do it this way. You're going to be either, if you're not flexible, holding onto the back of your chair. Do that sound. If you are flexible, you're back here holding onto the seat of your chair. I'm going to step our feet out a little wider and parallel. Let's take the right hand and bring it to the middle of the chair. Take a nice deep breath. Slide your left hand onto your hip. Keeping your hips steady, you're going to spin from your belly, pressing down into the chair to help you spin. And then if it's available, hand to shoulder or to the air, coming into a spinal twist here. Imagine you're pulling the floor apart with your legs to create a nice stable base for that twist. If you're sitting, you can still have your legs wide, and you can just hold on to one leg and twist. Come on back. Change hands, so the hand's at the middle of the chair. Other hand comes to your hip. You spin your body towards your bent elbow. And then if it feels good to you, reach that arm up, looking up at your hand. Press down into your supporting hand to help you spin. And come on back down. Toe heel yourself back. Grab the back of your chair and very slowly take your time coming back to Tadasana. Do a little marching it out. And if you need to hold on to the back of your chair to march out, do that. And then we'll march around to the front of our chairs and have a seat. Take a few breaths here. It's time for a brain game. I'm going to scoot forward on our chair if you can. And again, you can either pick up your toes on the floor and then pick up your heels, or pick up your legs and point and flex. Okay. Everybody has their choice there. You should be nice and warmed up with this. Okay, now let's bring our arms out in front. We'll point and flex our arms, hands. All right, now either picking your heels up and then your toes, or bringing your legs out. Toes up, fingers down. So we're moving in opposite directions. I love brain games. Pointing the toes up and the fingers down, fingers up. I'm gonna ramp it up. Toes one way, fingers the other. Toes one way, fingers the other. So if you're on the floor, you're on your toes and your heels are moving. Brain games are so much fun. And down. And rest. Let's step our legs out again, nice and wide. Sit up nice and tall. Draw the belly in. We're pressing against the inside of the knees. The arms and the legs are actively pressing against each other. Draw the belly in, shoulders down, coming forward with a straight back. So you may not go very far. That's okay. Inhale back up. Counter stretch. Bring your arms behind you, grabbing opposite elbows, or grab the back of the chair, whichever works for you. I think I'm liking the back of the chair today. And squeeze the shoulder blades towards each other, lift the heart. Inhale back to neutral. Turn towards your right leg, press your shoulder forward, and lean over the leg with a straight spine. If you want a little more, you can reach your arm out, squeeze and spread your fingers. Inhale back up. Take a breath. Lean over the other leg with a straight spine, pressing your shoulder forward. Or add an arm here on a diagonal, squeeze and spread. Inhale back up. Toe heel back to center. Give those shoulders a roll. A bump. And come to stillness. Getting nice and firmly settled on your chair. We'll do some sun salutes. Bring the hands to the heart. Inhale. Bringing the arms up as high as your shoulders will allow. Exhaling, hands to heart. Inhale. And exhale. Inhale. You can either bring your hands to your heart, or if it's safe for you to do a forward fold, you can swan dive over. Whichever version you're doing, you can bring your hands to your knees, shoulders down your back, lifting your chest, and then either hands to heart or come on down again. Inhale, swan dive back up. Anjali Mudra. Take a nice full breath in and out. Second set, inhale. Anjali Mudra or swan dive. Everyone can come into half lift, elbows in, shoulder blades down your back, then either hands to heart or forward. Reverse swan dive. And Anjali Mudra. We'll do a side sweep. Inhale. Anjali Mudra or swan dive over. Reach one arm out and up, sweep up. Come on back down. Reach the other arm out and up. Come on back down. Inhale all the way back up. Anjali Mudra. Last one. Inhale. Anjali Mudra or swan dive over. Reach one arm out and up. Look up at your hand. Come on back down. Reach the other arm. And down. Come on back up. Anjali Mudra. Inhale, tall, press your palms together, isometric exercise. Spinal twist, look over your shoulder. And back to center. And twist the other way. And back to center. One more time. And center and other way. And center. You can continue in that pattern or pressing your palms together, shoulders one way, head the other. And back to center. Moving nice and smoothly, deep breaths. And one more time. And once more. I think that was an even number of times. And release. And scoot back on your chair. Close your eyes or look downcast. Feel the seat of the chair supporting you as you relax back into the chair without losing your nice tall spine. Feel the movement of the breath in the front of your body. Allow your attention to be drawn to any part of your body where you're feeling some motion, some twitching, some heat, some sensation. Awareness and breath, breathing out any negativity or stress, allowing the body to absorb and integrate the benefits of today's practice. You can stay here as long as you like. When you're ready, begin to bring some movement back into your fingers and toes. Gently move and stretch in whatever way feels good to you. Namaste.